DM, whatever you want to call me, Heath, aka the Diary Bear GM, aka Captain Sack. If you find me on the internet, that's what you can find me under. I'm not hyper today, I promise. Anyways.
Have you had caffeine? Yeah, I can tell.
Yum. Joining us tonight, as we always have, our beautiful cast of characters, Maddie and V, and Molly and Eric and Steve, and now we have Sarah. And we'll get more into that later. Let's go ahead and pimp out the people that need to be pimped out. Tonight, we want to thank, as always, D&D Beyond for allowing us to use their wonderful product. If you don't have D&D Beyond, you are missing out. Tomorrow, the Descent into Avernus drops. Baldur's Gate, one of my loves, is dropping tomorrow, and that is going to be available, digital copy on D&D Beyond, midnight. Boom, it's there. So my guys have a copy of it because you can do content sharing as a DM. If you have all the books and you create a campaign, drop the books in there, content sharing, and it's now enhanced. So let's say you're running Horde of the Dragon Queen and you want to give them access to all the content, except for Horde of the Dragon Queen, you can rule that out. You can now custom select the content that you want to share on D&D Beyond with the people in the campaign. So there you go. Because this is homebrewed, they pretty much have access to everything. Also like to give a huge shout out to Lucky Dice Cafe. Although I've not been broadcasting from there from the last few weeks, I still am there every Thursday and Friday. Come by, see me, enjoy the new boar's head meat that they're using. They have an Italian special for this September, and it's fantastic. That's what I get every time I'm sitting there. So Thursday, we are running a long-form campaign. It is an ongoing session to session, and they just went to level 8. Yeah, sure, 8. Sounds great. And then on Fridays, we do a different adventure. It's an adventure night. It's dinner and an adventure. All you need to bring is your appetite and your imagination. We'll provide the rest. Last week we ran 5E. It was a puzzle combat kind of thing. It was a lot of fun. So if you're looking to see something new and intriguing, something you've never played before, come check us out. I post on the Lucky Dice page as well as my own on what we'll be running. Some upcoming projects. I am working with Nerdsmith feverishly as we move forward. And we have a release date for the Obscurum, the City of Mist based game that will be hosted by yours or DM'd or MC'd, actually is what they call it, by yours truly, starting in October. October the 30th is our first day. And we have our 4 players ready to go. And 9 Hells is coming up soon, all through the month of October, starting September 30th and running every 3 days a week, all the way through the end of October. They are doing Avernus and Baldur's Gate based one-shots. They're kind of tied together, but I don't want to give too much away because it's going to be a lot of fun. But we have players from other streams, well-known, and things like that, all joining in the fun. And I am running the second game in the show, so October 3rd, which will be a Thursday night. Please mark it down in your calendar. You can watch me live playing Avernus with some very special guests, and that's all I'm going to say. Let's see. Other projects upcoming. Winter Fantasy will be here in February. I know that I myself, as well as Maddie and V and a few other DMs, are all going to be going to there working for Baldwin Games, running games for their situation that they have going on there. It is not your typical convention. It is not all about like different games. It is literally all about Dungeons and Dragons and playing Adventure League and playing in the games. So it's neat. It's not a big convention, but it's actually kind of cool. I'm excited to do it because it's set in Fort Wayne, Indiana, which Indiana, we were having the conversation, like Indiana and Ohio, that area is like huge for the gaming, and there's no wonder why. It's where Gygax was. It's where all those guys kind of founded all of this stuff. And as I was looking at my Chessex battle map the other day, rolling it up, I realized that they're out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. So I might have to go make a little tour. Some people go see breweries. I go see gaming places.
We'll have a car.
I mean, you can do both.
We'll have a car. V, Mom, and I are driving down.
One of the One other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apologize, folks. I am still recovering. All this stuff is sitting in my chest, so if I sound like I'm short of breath, it's because I probably am. So bear with me as we go through this. With that being said, let's go ahead and go over what happened last week. So they tried the bed and breakfast after a small altercation at the tavern, which led them to not being able to stay there for the night. However, they met an interesting halfling who was heading north towards the Achaman Moors, past the Hannock Waste, a place that is a desert blasted by magic and left to ruin. The Achaman Moors is steeped in history and knowledge, and a lot of the past is stored there. Immediately, Satael, his ears perked up. The halfling is going to set off for Port Awapal to catch a boat, charter a ship around the Hannock Waste to land at Japas Landing. The other option that they had was to head south back towards Prestigio. They met a couple of individuals heading that direction, but the appeal was more to head the other direction. They also did some shopping. Some people did some playing in the marketplace. Didn't do too bad, but then was ultimately asked to leave. Not really. Just didn't draw any more money from what he was doing.
I was not yet politely but firmly asked to leave.
No, this is very true. You were not yet asked politely but firmly. We had broken the episode at them deciding which way to go, and they decided to go to Port Awapal and escort the young halfling Hannah on her journey. Before they went, though, they wanted to go and find some leather armor for someone. And they met a familiar face who, despite being none too happy originally to see them, their coin was good in his hand. And they decided to trade money for services, not fisticuffs this time around, and made their way and purchased scimitar and armor for the wonderful Satael. We are going to pick up right where we left off. You guys have traded the goods, made the deal, making your way outside back towards the wonderful boarding house that you stayed at for the last night. You already know that Hannah is moving towards Port Awapal. Do you all gather around, and do you want to stay another night here in Mount Elena?
How long did it take us to finish all of our shopping?
You took quite a while because if you remember, you straightened up.
Yeah, I know.
That
so
one area.
About how much time was there?
I would say probably about 5 or 6 hours.
Well, we could travel half a day. Get some time in. That sounds good to everyone.
I'm good with roughing it again.
Really no issue traveling at night.
Works for me.
So you're going to travel at night?
I think we'll travel the afternoon, and then we'll see once night comes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Walk like 20, 30 minutes and then call it a night.
Mello does. He just creates a litter and is like, drag me.
Okay, bye.
So it's the dramatic swoon into the litter. Carry me.
Immediately gets left behind.
We all just bye.
All right. So you set off all at once. You are traveling at a pretty decent pace. The sun is now behind you as you are moving east. The sun is setting on your west. There's the sky, there's still enough light out that you can make out what's going on around you. You can see the world. So it's not dim, but you can see that the last vestiges of the light are behind you, sinking ever further. There's an interesting sound on the road ahead of you. Arguing. More along the lines of someone requesting something from someone who is reticent to give it up. You hear the words, "Go on, hand it over. We'll let you go." Which is responded with a, "No, I'd rather think I'll keep it all and just be on my way. I'll give you money, coin, whatever you'd like." And there's a, no, I think there's more of us than you, so we'll just take it.
Oh,
How do you think
Them's
about
is
that?
fighting words.
Now, at this point in time, you're already probably about 2 or 3 hours from the town, so this is well out away from there.
I mean, yes, but that doesn't change my statement.
No. As you round the small bend in the road, a small copse of trees blocking out the path ahead of you. This area is mostly like low rolling hills, but it's pretty open and sparse. There's not a whole lot of trees and forest and things like that. But as you bend, or as you come around the bend, you can see the road ahead of you. And there in the road are about 8 ruffian. They're rough, tough, tumble, scurvy-looking dogs, and an auburn-haired halfling that is in the middle of the road. Shall I go ahead and bring up the initiative order? Because I feel this is just going to go real sideways real quick.
But say Satiel will walk up and is like, well, I think the odds might change a little bit in her favor. What do you think, lads?
As you mention that, you see that the ones nearest to you, which are still about 30 or 40 feet from you, wheel around immediately, drawing their weapons. And one of the thinner ones, he's not real tall, but he's kind of on the skinny side, looks at him and says, "Who are you?"
Well, we happen to be traveling this road and heading in the same direction as our traveling companion you're there accosting. So this can go one of two ways. You leave, and you get to live. Or you continue to accost her, and by proxy accost us, and you die.
I wish to go straight to death with you guys.
You see the gears turning in his head, and it's like a collective brain cell gathering amongst all of them as they kind of look back and forth. Just like the big one that was talking as you come around the corner said, "If this here's your traveling companion, then how come she's so far up ahead of y'all? Why aren't you traveling together?"
Clearly, you've never heard of a scout.
No, I know what a scout is. We have scouts all the time.
Well, then don't accost our scout.
Give me a persuasion check. Or intimidation if you'd rather use that.
Oh, I feel like neither one of those is going to be great, but we're going to find out.
Sure, let's find out.
You said, oh, haha! It is a 14.
A 14.
Of 14.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, persuasion is one of those things that I took expertise in. Shit.
What? Okay. Sure.
I took it in persuasion.
Yeah, but I think we've gone past persuasion. We're straight on to I'm gonna F you up, dude.
Not to my soft boy.
Well, that's only a 13 on the die, so
14 stands.
yeah. So the bigger guy looks around for a second, looks at the smaller guys. Hang on a second here. Let me look at the thing real quick. Oh. Oh.
I don't like the sound of that.
The smaller, the rather skinny looking guys and the some of the other ones look towards the bigger guy who had been talking in the back, who's wearing a jacket that's a little ill-fitting for him, but he's using it as a, badge of rank. They look to him for a moment. He looks back at you and narrows his eyes and says, "You're full of shit, ain't you?"
Well, I will admit that I may not have quite used the bathroom yet today, but that doesn't mean that I am full of shit when it comes to this.
He looks rather confused at your statement of going to the bathroom and has no idea what it means. Well, you want to take care of that?
You might actually just... And you want to say that I'm full of shit. You're an idiot. However, like I said, leave her alone, and you guys get to walk away with your skin intact. And all of your possessions still on your body. Your decision.
It's a real nice sword you're carrying there. We'll let her go. You give us that sword, and we won't kill you and your friends.
Now, see... No.
We can't go back empty-handed.
Well, that's just too goddamn bad now, isn't it?
You can pay a toll, and we'll let you go by.
So you're some sort of troll guarding a bridge now? Can't go past...
Sure.
Oh, you own this bridge.
There ain't a bridge!
Okay.
Hello, there's no bridge.
What bridge? Look, just give us 5 gold, and we'll let you on your way.
Why?
Because otherwise we'll beat you to death, or nearly there.
Yeah, but like, why?
Because we want money.
I think you know where I'm going with this.
No. Oh, you're
Why?
talking to me.
No.
Because we want to eat and have nice things.
Ah, yes, don't we all? You know, that reminds me of a bar back home. Let me tell you a story about it.
No,
And
please. Just
Trust
pay
me,
us 5 gold.
You won't be able to stop him once he gets started.
And he's already started.
Want me to do a perform check?
Please.
While he's doing this, I would just like to disappear from view. Sorry, let me rephrase.
That
this
is
a clearing?
19.
So it's a
Yeah,
clearing.
there's not
no
a whole lot
trees.
to hide around. No, there's
Okay.
not really. What was that performance roll?
19.
Some of the juniors kind of look at you. That's a good story. That's a real good story. Big guy's like, oh my god. You know what? 4 gold. You can go.
They're really not getting it here.
Hero kind of butts in. He's like, you know what? I think that's more than generous, Simon.
No. They're extorting you!
You would rather fight somebody going down, somebody getting hurt.
Well, no, but I think they'd like to earn it first.
So
Jesus
Christ.
son of a.
As you pulled it up, I was like, "Is that a kazoo?"
That's what I was thinking. It's like, wait a minute, does that look like a kazoo?
I have the power to stop these things, but I can't. Steve, I adore you.
I don't know how to argue with that.
As you walk up to have a positive conversation with these guys, go to like train just out of the behind you is kazoo power.
Yeah.
Like,
You turn around slowly, look over your shoulder. At the same time, you and the brigand have the same look on your face, like the fuck was that?
I don't know what he's doing, but
I have the power to stop these things, but I just
I'll say-
can't.
Sawtail standing behind Mello. You've prestidigitation. Like Rainbow goes, imagination.
Just a blade of grass between my thumbs.
Shit. Just oh god, no, please stop. You're killing you smalls.
regardless, Tonga is he's gonna pull out for gold and he's gonna give it to him.
Oh my god. Tonga, you do know that he's extorting you for money for something he doesn't even own. Because this is a public road.
Define extorting.
Is this because Tangaroa doesn't know extorting, or because...
Because Tangaroa does not know
Okay.
what extorting.
And then Zastari just explains it, where it's like, they are holding something against you or from you or preventing you from doing something until you pay them, and it may not even be something that they own, and it's just like, and she explains it all, and it's very clear she knows exactly what it is because she's done it before.
Mm.
I'm assuming probably punctuated by whatever kazoo song that Mello is still playing in the background.
Like everybody's audio just like cut out for a minute.
Did it? Was that Discord?
How weird.
It was Discord, I think.
Okay. So basically, she
the power of the
explains
kazoo.
she explains exactly what extorting is, and that it's awful, and that it shouldn't be something that somebody who has any sort of good inclination would do to another human being. Is it still doing it?
You'd
It
rather
is, but it's me.
fight than just pay 4 gold and avoid conflict altogether and leave.
I'm not paying my own hard-earned money to somebody who's
Tangaroa.
extorting it.
Here's the thing.
Sounds fishy, no pun intended.
They're gonna keep doing it to people beyond us. There will be people that will get hurt. There will be people that they kill. And they will keep doing it again and again and again because it is the easy path that they chose to take.
Wait a minute.
We're saying you're lazy.
I feel you're besmirching our good name. Your
There's
friend
nothing
and I
good
had an
about you.
agreement. You had four gold was given to me. Please be on your way. And he like steps aside
How do we
and
know that
lets
they're
you go
bad?
by. How do you know you're bad? Maybe we just fell on hard times.
Then get a job.
Maybe I had one. Maybe my land was taken by an unfair robber baron, and I have yet to earn back my keep. And your 4 gold was going to the contribution for me to get my land back. Thank you very much for your contribution.
Oh.
You may be on your way. And he steps aside, allowing Tangaroa to go by.
Oh my god.
Yeah, in the gold. Pure, like,
So 14 insight.
comment where the Pope gives Jean Valjean the silver, and he's like, be an honest man with this gold.
Oh my
I
god.
trust
Sorry
you.
knows this guy's
According to
shit.
him, seems like he's telling the truth. But it's one of those situations where you like, no, it's not. But there's just some truth behind the words somewhere.
Cap,
Let's leave.
I
Mm-hmm.
am going to start saying things. They just seem absolutely benign. Don't fit with anything that I've said before. I'm not talking in thieves' cant to these people. that it's either they give Tangaroa back his money and let us pass, or a fate worse than death will befall them.
I gave him the money willingly.
No. You don't understand this because you don't speak thieves' cant.
Oh, fuck.
And
The
if
big-
they
the
understand
other ones-
if they understand it, then she knows.
The only one that seems to give you any mind is the big guy. And he just kind of shrugs. Thank you very much. Did they say your name was Tongroa?
Yes, that's it.
Tongroa. It's nice to meet you. Thank you for your contribution to the return and proper retribution. The loss that my land and my family here has suffered. One of the guys goes, I didn't know he was family.
I'll go he'll hold his hand out to shake his hand.
Oh, he shakes your hand. He's amicable enough.
But he will pull him in though.
Huh?
He'll pull him in. Like when he shakes
Mm-hmm.
trust you. So please, with this money I give you, I want you to start your life again. Don't go around harassing people like this.
Honest as the day is long.
Let's
This will
go,
go
Ken.
towards what's that? This will go towards starting a new life.
We will be on our way.
What's that?
We'll be on our way.
Oh, no. You misunderstand. It was 4 gold for each of you.
No. That wasn't part of the deal.
No, Tangaro, you just heard what you wanted to hear.
What?
Exactly.
Fuck, I did get swindled. Fuck you. I hate you. Give me my money back. I want to fight.
Now, you and I have made a deal. Remember, my 7 children don't have a home right now.
Jesus, it's just
One
getting
of the
worse
guys
and
goes,
worse.
"Yeah, my daddy."
Fuck, I just need a random female. Can I tell that the gender of the halfling, or am I gonna go with something and completely androgynous?
No. You
Okay.
can tell. She's female. I mean, you had dinner with her last night. It's the same halfling from.
Is it? So it's Hannah
It is Hannah, yeah.
that's getting accosted by these ruffians.
That is correct.
Gotcha. Okay. Hannah, darling, you're probably gonna either wanna take cover or close your eyes, because this isn't gonna be pretty. And she's done talking. Cesari's done talking. She's gonna pull out the longsword, and she's going at it.
Okay, well, with that, let us roll for initiative.
Oh, that figures.
Boo, initiative.
Okay.
Honestly, that's a mood.
Yeah.
All right. Who had between 25 or who had over a 20?
I had 20.
You had 20 even? Okay. All right. Somewhere between a 20 and a 15? Even? Between a 5 and a 10?
9.
Okay.
9.
Who's going first between the two of you?
V, we need to stop this twin nonsense that's happening here.
What the heck? Yeah, the last time I matched up with somebody, I went first, so you go first.
Sure. That'll work.
Okay.
I'll go first.
And that was at count 9?
Yeah.
Okay. Steve.
5.
Lord.
Is your initiative modifier a -4? How do you?
Oh
keep
no, it's 2.
getting so bad?
It's just the initiative doesn't like Mello going first.
Sa-
That's all.
It's true.
Sarah, go ahead and roll for me anyways.
7.
It's better than Steve.
That
True.
doesn't make me feel any better.
Like,
It wasn't meant to.
Okay, fair.
I mean, Sarah, you and I both know your dice are either we hate this woman or we're giving this woman the world. There's no in between.
Got chucked into the mug of shame.
Mug of shame? Okay. Was this the duck?
It was a duck.
It was the duck?
no!
Okay. Seriously, that dice either rolls shit or above an 18. There is no middle ground with that dice, ever.
Yeah, I'm using
I
a different die.
forgot. It's without an H at the end. Zora, Z-O-R-A.
Yes, Z-O-R-A.
Okay. I'm not looking at the Twitch, so I don't know. All right. Well, as you wish, Your Majesty. Zastari goes first.
Excellent. Gotta clean my glasses because I think
There are 8 in total. The one big guy who is standing in the road at this range, it'd be about 50 feet from you.
Okay.
You then have circling on either side of the road at intervals spaced out 10 feet between them on either side, forming almost like a circle around it. So you have actually 3 on one side and 4 on the other side. The closest one is going to be about 30 feet from you. Tanga, you're the closest because you went forward. So
Okay. Well, I am going to move forward.
as you do.
Gets me 30 feet. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to dash. Because I have cutting action. Which gets me even closer.
That is within range of the big guy.
Yeah. That's who we're going to attack.
Okay.
However, I don't think a 12 is going to hit him.
No, it is not.
Just to double check, the Frostbrand Longsword does not have a bonus to hit, correct? It's just the bonuses that are associated with the weapon itself?
No, actually.
Because if it has a bonus to hit, then I don't know if it'll make a difference, but I just need to know.
I'm just double checking real quick.
Yeah, I don't think it does, but I just
No, it does not.
want to know. Okay. Okay.
Is that your turn?
Yes it is.
Yeah, action, bonus action movement. Okay.
Mhm.
Tangaroa.
Okay, I have to be within touching
You're
distance.
within touching distance. Yeah, you're within 5 feet of this.
So I want to take out this spear.
Mm-hmm.
Angry boy. I want my money back. And I'm going to try and hit him.
All right.
24 to hit.
I'm sorry, what?
24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits him.
Okay. And a crit. All right, that's a 10 damage.
All right. Maximum damage total of?
6 on the die, plus 4.
Oh, that's right. You're using the spear. Sorry. All right. Give me just 1 second here. Okay, after Tangaroa, it is my turn. You hit him. He's going to hit you back.
He hit you. What are you going to do about it? Hit him harder!
The first attack against you is going to be 23 to hit you.
Oh, yes.
23 to hit you, and The last one is a total of a 20, not a nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You could have walked away from this. 5, 7. So 5, 12.
Exploit me, but you don't exploit my friends.
Let's see, 5 and 7 is 12, and 4 more, 16 points of damage. As he viciously whips the scimitar one direction, back the other direction, and as you're rocking your body, you watch as his other hand comes in and just stabs you right with the dagger, pulling the blade out, and he's standing there holding the sword and the dagger in one in each hand.
That's good. Okay.
I'm okay. I'm good.
I'm still up.
I'm not gonna cry.
I'm a tough fish.
Okay. The rest of them are going to try to move forward. There are some that are close enough to get to you, Zastari. That's a total of an 18.
Oh, that'll hit.
And a total of a 20.
Close are you to me?
What's that?
Close is she to me?
Within 5 feet. She attacked him, so.
Alright, I'll use protection.
Okay. So the first one's still going to have a 15 to hit you.
Oh, meets it, beats it.
Okay. 3 points of damage from the first scimitar.
I have the studded leather armor on. 15 misses.
Okay. So the one that hits you is going to do 4 points of slashing damage. The other one brings the scimitar down as well, but you're able to dodge out of the way. As you turn, you catch the scimitar from the other one right in your side. 2 more are going to rush forward, and let's see. 2 of them are going to attack Hannah. Nope, because I'm going to drop my d20. I know it. Whee! Oh, a little bitty area there. Miss. Oh, now I'm missing. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's good. 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. Longbows or light crossbows firing at the rest of the party. V. 13 doesn't hit you.
No, it does not.
Mellow, an 18.
Gah.
You are going to take 3 points of piercing. No, I'm sorry. That's a D8.
Charming.
Not a D6. Sorry, you're going to take 9 points of piercing damage. Keep smiling, Satael. 16.
Shield.
Okay. Oh, God! Smash. All right. That being said, that is their turn. Satael, it's your turn.
As a bonus action, it's going to draw the scimitar.
As a bonus
take his
action,
fingers.
pee a little bit.
No. Draw the scimitar. It's going to take his fingers, run it across the blade, activate the latent magic that he knows from his training, and the blade is going to start ringing like a faint song.
Mm-hmm.
Before he flips it around, holds it backwards, and he's going after the closest one to.
Okay, closest one to you would be about 30 feet.
Okay, well, he has 40 feet of movement speed right now. And
get him.
He is going to attack with Booming Blade.
Good boy.
Action.
I love that spell.
I do too. It's great. Especially when I get 4th level and I get Warcaster and I can start using it as a reaction.
That's awesome.
I love that spell so much. 15?
Yeah, that'll hit him.
Okay. And Scimitar's a D6. Almost grabbed the D8. I've been mixing the D8s and the D6s lately. For 7 damage.
Okay, still up.
Yep.
But he has the boom effect, so if he moves...
He moves.
Okay.
And he's going to use his remainder of 10 feet. Basically, he's come in, slash, and then spin and go around to try to flank somebody else.
Okay, so you're staying within his threat range?
No, he's moving 10 feet away to get into threat range of somebody else.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's only an 11.
My AC is now a 19, so...
All right. So no, that misses you then, is what you're saying.
Yeah, basically he'll dodge out of the way the guy swings, he'll deflect it up with the sword as he keeps moving.
You're like a whirling dervish.
Basically.
All right. We have a new subscriber.
Hey!
Oh, hey.
Subscriptions, always fun.
Always appreciated.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much to our new subscriber and to our current subscribers. Thank you so much. Remember, this is September. Your regular cost is actually half off. So instead of $5, it's $2.50 to sub and support us. Yay! All right. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn, yes.
Ezra.
The closest people are 30 feet, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll go up to one of them. They have 40 feet of movement, so that's fine.
This is not going to go well for them, I feel.
I'm gonna punch him.
Really?
That's gonna miss, though. That's a 10?
10 does miss.
Actually, sorry, it's a 12. Still misses.
12 hits.
Oh,
This is oh my.
Yeah,
I realized
My
it was
stars.
a hit, not a +4. That's 8 damage.
Okay, he's still up.
I'm gonna hit him again, maybe.
Probably for the best.
16.
Hit.
That's another 8 damage.
Do you want to punch any part of him through the body, or is it just like you just hit him so hard he just crumples around the fist? Are we talking like anime style when you hit him and there's like a shockwave and it blows his body like back away from you 10 feet?
No, he's not looking to blow this poor sap up. He's more poised to maybe knock him back or down.
Okay. So just
Out.
like
Just making the boy crumple in front of him, maybe.
yeah, he just down to the ground he goes. I just imagine you just run in and jump and then bring your fist down and it just connects. His head just goes at an awkward angle.
Yeah.
He's just sleeping, Batman. All right.
As Batman shoots people with anti-tank rounds.
Wait.
Totally
He's
novel.
just sleeping. I send him
never mind.
letters up to the farm all the time. All right, is that your turn, Ezra?
Yes.
You monster. Okay. That would be. He had a family. I'll have you know. All right.
Probably.
The roads lately have been dusty and dry. Not much rain this season. However, Zora, it seems as though maybe the tide is turning. Something is definitely going on as you can hear the sounds of clashing battle ahead of you.
Is there a conveniently placed tree that she can duck behind to observe this?
There is a tree just off the distance.
She gonna do that.
Okay.
Peek around and she's encountered enough kind of like grungy
Yeah.
people before to kind of know.
Yeah, there's no question of which side is the bad guys.
Yeah. She's gonna take a shot at one of the bandits.
Okay.
With Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
That'll be a 25 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a crit?
No,
Do they
19
melt?
on the dice plus 6.
Okay. So they're going, if you had a +5, then...
That's gross, but yes, good job.
Yes.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Less impressive on the other roll. Still 8 damage though. 4 plus 4.
We'll take it.
And then just promptly ducks back behind the tree, like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into. I'm just gonna stand here until we'll see it happen.
As you blast him, you can see that he was looking down at kind of a sword wound, and it seems like the air was vibrating around him. As you just reach out and throw your Eldritch Blast at him, when it hits him, he looks up just in time to just kind of waver for a second and then crash to the ground dead.
Okay.
I hope you're happy, you monster. He had a family.
Exceedingly so.
All right, so with that being said, Zora, is that your turn?
That is her turn.
Mellow.
Oh, there are things
Says
to
that
actually
all
do
mellow.
that are left.
There are some things still left to kill.
Is the big guy still up?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's not a punk.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely not a punk.
Well, we just punked two of his folks, so.
Because those guys are totally not replaceable. What shall
Yeah.
I do?
They're his family.
Yeah. But are they? Also,
Oh,
in
man.
notes, suddenly arcane blast of murder doom death.
Yeah, but also, I'm going to ignore that. But clearly,
It
it's
didn't
just
hit
something that just
me.
happens around here.
It
I
didn't
don't
hit
wanna
me,
deal with it.
So
If there's lightning later, we'll talk about it. We'll get to that point when we need to. In the meantime, I'm gonna try and help out Tangaroa, but you don't look so good. But you got it. You know, you keep doing your thing, and he's trying his best. He's an idiot, but he's trying his best to cast heroism, giving you 3 temporary hit points.
mumbling his way through heroism.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
It's just you look over, Mella's going, you got this.
Thanks, man.
I swear if the next thing out of his mouth is, "You're doing great, sweetie," I'm just gonna yeet the bird.
No. Can't do that.
Please don't throw the bard. All
But I
right,
am
so
going to
after
try and
you
do an
were
inspiration too. Now that I come to
okay,
think
you're going
about
to give inspiration as well. All right.
it. Yeah. Oh. Well, I probably should have thought more about who I wanted to inspire. Ezra. That's going to be funny.
Sorry, guys.
And before we realize the Oni is the group mascot.
Everybody just pile the spells on Ezra. With that being said, Mello.
Oh God, a hasted Ezra with inspiration. That would be terrifying.
Oh my God, Zastari, it's your turn.
Excellent. Well, in that case, we're gonna swing for Broke, because why not? He's right there in front of me. He's kind of an asshole.
He is indeed.
And he's a motherfucking liar is what he is. That's a 21 to hit.
That'll hit him.
Since Tangaroa is within
Is
5
there, you
feet,
do get sneak
do I-
attack.
Yes! No, wait, I don't, because this isn't a finesse property weapon.
What do you? Oh, you're right, because you're using the frostbrand.
Damn
it!
Yeah, that's why Satya was first like, but wouldn't this go better with like Tangaroa maybe?
No. My sword.
I know, but still.
No, she's gonna get it repurposed as a rapier.
Could
Just
I?
shave it down a
Frostbrand
little
can
bit.
be any weapon, any bladed weapon, can't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had forgotten about that. It has the same properties as
So
like
that's a
the
total
Holy
of
Avenger.
11 damage, 6 of which
Okay.
is slashing, 5 of which is cold.
He is still up.
And then she's just gonna lean forward and very quietly say, I promised you death worse than you can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're ready to meet your maker. That's it.
Alrighty then. With that
Right.
lovely speech out of the way, Tangaroa, it is your turn.
Okie dokie. All right. Let's do another spear. Oof.
Spearhead oof.
It's a 12 to hit.
No.
I'll say, was this a good oof or a bad oof?
Bad oof.
12 is not
Bad
going to
oof.
hit him.
No, not bad oof.
Bad oof, bad oof.
Bad oof.
Sounds like the name of something I'll be giving.
Right, well, then I will
Later.
try to hit him with the club.
Oh, the Bidoof
The
Pokemon.
Bidoof. Mm-hmm.
With that instead.
Hold on, I need to
What's
look this
that?
up now.
Oh no.
Eight. To hit.
To hit is an 8.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, that's not going to hit him. All right. Well, then.
JK. All right.
Watching him dance and weave around your blade and your spear and your cudgel, he's just like, no, not today. Not before I take one of you with me. All right. Let's see. It's my turn. Yay.
Hey.
Tangaroa. 14.
This is.
Misses. Okay. 21.
It's.
That's going to be 9 damage to you.
Oh.
Sorry.
Thank you for those temporary hit points.
An 18 to hit you, Zastari.
Yeah.
That's going to be 5 points of damage to you. All right. And then the other bandits are going to go. 2 more falling on Hannah. Realizing she's not much of a trouble, they're going to run away from her. And run towards you guys. Saitiel.
Mm-hmm.
The first one misses with a 1. Oh, you got to be crapping me.
What?
That's another one.
Another one?
That's another one. 2 ones in a row.
He's just blocking.
Just blocking shots left and right.
Yeah.
All right. 2. I've got 3 left. Ezra. 2 more are going to fall on you. 19.
Hit.
How close is he to me?
Not close.
Not close enough. The other one is a 15 to hit you.
Miss.
Okay, so the 19 hits. You're going to take 6 points of damage. Okay, and the last one is firing a crossbow somewhere in the tree. Misses you. Just bolt goes flying across somewhere in the distance. Not even anywhere near you.
Got scared by a bug on the tree.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I apologize.
He nat 20'd that bug on the tree, let me tell you. That bug on the tree got
Dead.
screwed.
That bug on the tree didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, it is now Satiel's turn.
How close is he to the big guy?
I'm so sorry, guys. I don't have a mute on here. I would probably say about 40 feet.
He's 40 feet in.
All right, you're there at him.
From behind. Another booming blade.
Okay, go for it.
just in case he decides to move. 16
That will hit.
will hit.
Yep, absolutely.
For 4 damage.
Okay. All right.
I will say for Zestari and Tangaroa, Satya looks a lot more comfortable in battle with a scimitar in his hand. He's weaving in and out like a dervish.
Hmm.
All right. After Satael, Ezra.
How far is the big guy?
From you,
Yes.
within range.
I love how we're all, where's the big guy?
Now you have one that's right there with you. You have 2 that are right there with you, actually.
Okay, I'll hit those.
As a matter of fact, you had 2 that were within melee range of you.
Actually, yeah, no,
Satael.
Ezra's gonna go for the one that's hit him.
Okay, both of them missed you, Satael.
Smash their heads together.
He just, oh look, there he goes so fast they couldn't get him.
There you go.
Ezra,
15?
you're attacking the one. Yep, 15 hits him.
That hit me.
Mm-hmm.
8.
Okay. He's still up.
He's going for the other one. Yeah, he's going for the other one because that's a nat
okay.
20.
Jab left. Jab and then a right cross to the other guy.
10.
10 damage.
10, yes.
He's still up.
Okay.
Okay. Then you are moving though, or no, you were staying there attacking. Okay. Zora.
She's going to peek around the tree again. See, is there any still around Tangaroa?
Tangaroa is facing off against a rather large-looking bandit. From your position at the trees, he's right about 80 feet from you.
Then he's within firing distance.
He's within firing range.
That'll be a 13 to hit.
Unfortunately, does not hit.
Ew. She's gonna try and creep a little closer, though. Find another tree. Yeah. Bunch of toes. She's small. She can do this.
All right. There's not really a whole lot of trees outside this one little copse that's right there at the bend of the road. You'd be out in the open if you move out of this copse of trees.
Then she's just gonna hang where she be for now.
She just like hits the ground and is just like crawling across the ground on toes and fingertips. All right. Staying where you are then?
Staying where she's at. If it goes
Mellow.
south, she can always just run.
Yeah, that's true. Mellow.
You know, I've been thinking I need a little bit more sword time. So I'm going to start slashing people.
Okay.
Lost his mind. I'm
or
gonna,
Mellow. All right, go ahead.
he's going to go with the closest bandit he can find and swing and a miss.
What'd you roll total?
That's 3 on the die, so that's what?
Yeah, you have a
6?
+8. Yeah, no, you missed totally. What now, buddy?
I'm going to pout. I'm not going to inspire anybody. I'm just going to pout.
I appreciate where you're at with that. Back up to the top after Mellow's pouting fit, Zastari.
Okay, well, we're gonna attack again with the longsword.
All right.
That's +3. No, 11's not gonna hit him.
Nope, unfortunately.
Nope, that's all I got.
Tangaroa.
This goes better. All right, spear first. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that'll hit him.
Okay. Oh fuck! All right. Another dice.
That's a die on the ground.
Okay, another 6. All right, so 10 damage.
Okay.
What?
Wearing him out one little strike at a time.
Okay. All right, club. Let's go.
Go, club.
No, an 11.
Unfortunately, does not hit. No.
Buddy, it was nice knowing you.
It is his turn. How's Tangaroa looking? Bloodied? Is he looking rough?
Very. Very. Like, he's barely standing.
First roll's a nat 20. That is going to be 11 points of slashing damage.
Down.
Down? Okay.
He's down.
Is it Starry? That is
Well,
also a nat 20.
How? It rolled 2 20s in a row right after it rolled 2 1s in a row.
he's gonna do
I'm
over 6
not-
damage, and I'm down.
I'm not flubbing the dice, I promise you. That's 11 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
You're down as well?
Yep.
Last attack. Not a 20. Total of a 21, though.
Shield.
Okay, what does that bring it up to?
24.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because you have a 19 like right now, don't you?
While the blade song's active.
He swings the scimitar once, and you watch as he just like viciously cuts Tangaroa down to the ground, pushing him away as he does so. Spins around, brings the blade back again across, and Zastari falls to the ground. He spins around, blade and dagger forward this time. As he brings the dagger forward, it hits, but you throw your hand up, and immediately it just kind of sends magical spark across there as he slides the blade across the shield that you've created in front of yourself. All right. Hi, Ezra. 19
Hit.
and a 1.
Miss.
You're going to take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. 3. I apologize. 3. The other 2 were fighting Saitiel, and then he ran towards the big guy, so they're going to move towards him. That is a 17, which doesn't hit you, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
And cocked. Let's try again. If it helps you feel any better, as many 20s as I've rolled, I've literally rolled twice as many ones. That's another one.
Wow.
So that misses you altogether.
No, that really doesn't make me feel better because both
Hey,
Tuna
you're
and
not
I were
dead.
down to 20s.
You're not dead, though. Yet. The last one, Mello, you're right there, so he's going to try to hit you with his scimitar. It's a 14.
Yep.
Okay. 5 points of damage.
All right.
Okay. Bandits are all done for. That brings me to Sate.
You'll flip around to the guy's front
Mm-hmm.
and swing with the scimitar. $24.
Yeah.
It was funny. It's like as I watched it bounce off it, it was tilting on a 20 and then kept rolling until it hit the 19. No, it tilted and then hit and then rolled a little bit until it hit the 19.
All right.
Another 4 points damage.
Okay.
You are about to go in dice jail, D6. You've rolled nothing but
He's-
ones.
He is still up. Go
That's fine.
figure.
Yeah. Let me double check a thing here. Double check anything here. Racial. There we go. That's an action. I can't do that.
Yes, you cannot do that because it is an action.
I warned you. I will randomly just start busting out in the song now.
That's okay. Ezra.
Yay. What is that? Oh, it's a 9. That is 16? No, 15.
Hit. Are you hitting the ones that are still up around you?
Yes.
Okay.
7.
Down.
Perfect. Next. I don't math well on the spot. 18.
Hit.
6.
Down.
Perfect.
Movement.
Yes.
Okay.
Big guy.
So you're gonna move toward the big guy? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do anything else?
Mm,
Spend a point.
I'll spend. Yeah, I was gonna say I'll spend a key point for patient defense.
Oh, okay. Not what I was thinking you were going to spend it on, but awesome. Okay, so you're like,
Oh wait, no, that's on my turn. Never mind. I was thinking of an action if he's gonna attack me, but never mind. I'm not gonna do that. No, because I attacked a second time, which is my unarmed strike, which just counts as a bonus
it was a
action.
bonus action. Mm-hmm.
I don't think I can spend a key point if
You
I've
can
already
spend a key
done
point.
it.
You can spend a key point to add an additional attack as flurry of blows.
Oh, that's true. Okay, we'll try hitting the big guy then. I guess I just read that wrong. That's my own fault.
It's okay.
That's a 20.
A natural or a total of?
No, the natural would be a 26.
Oh, okay,
so yes,
yeah.
It is a nat 20, but it's a 26 to hit.
Okay, damage, please. I'm confused.
No, sorry, it's a 20 on the die. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes.
That's
Double all your damage dice.
Perfect. That is a 10.
10?
10.
That includes your bonus, your attack bonus?
Yes.
Or your damage bonus? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. He's still up.
Good.
Zora.
How many of the bandits are still up? The big guy and how many?
Total of 3. The big guy and 3 more. So a total of 4.
Follow-up question. Are
Mhm.
they close together, say for example in a 10-foot cube?
The big guy and 2 of the smaller ones are.
Okay.
They seem to be facing off of with this human who's dancing around with this blade.
And she's about how many feet from him? I'm sorry.
80 feet.
Yeah, never. Okay.
Unless you move forward.
I'd have to move like 80 feet forward.
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But what she can do is move close enough to get within. Where am I spade? Can she get within 60 feet of the 2 folks that went down? Tangaroa and the star.
If you move about 20 feet, because they're right at the big guy.
Okay, she's gonna kind of like trying to be as sneaky as possible, hoping they're more distracted by someone else. Move out just far enough and cast Healing Word on Tangaroa.
Okay. You feel, you're not sure where from, but Tangaroa, you feel This magical coalescence around you, you feel your wounds being knitted closed. How much healing does Tangaroa get?
5.
5. Your eyes flutter open, your hand grips around your spear. You're still prone, but you are now able to get back into the fight. All right. Zora, is that your turn? You still have an action.
Oh heck, why not? Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. I take it you're aiming for the big guy again?
Going for the big guy, why not?
All right.
Is a 15 on the dice plus 6, so 21 to hit.
That will definitely hit him.
And that's going to be 7 points of damage.
Awesome. You can see his the blades that he's holding. You can see him trying to flexing his arms out. One of them starts to drop. You can is like hanging a little lower in his grip. He's still holding on to them tightly, or not tightly, but holding on to them well. But you can see that he's starting to kind of lag, or starting to kind of he seems like he's waning a bit. Mellow.
Just kind of stands on the open like,
a new player has entered the game.
please don't target me.
You keep seeing these magical blasts of energy fire into the guy. You turn around or kind of look over your shoulder for a second, just momentarily distracted, to see a figure standing kind of just like trying to hide in plain sight in the open, just like, cat guys. All right. There's still 3
I choose
bandits.
to ignore you.
That's fine.
So there are 2 guys on Satael. There's 1 more that's right there with you, in combat with you. Well, 3 counting the big guy. 2 regular bandits plus the big guy.
What are they looking like cubically?
Are you trying to cast, like, say, a wave of something that would roll through, making a cacophonous noise? Like a thunderclap?
Mm-hmm.
So you would need, like, a 15-foot cube, like, say, centered on a plane in front of you, or that you could touch and create this 15-foot cube? And you're trying to ask me if you made just such a cube in this hypothetical situation, would it encompass both the individual that you are targeting in front of you directly, as well as the 2 assholes that are behind you? Him facing off with Satael?
If I yelled loud enough, yes.
If you yelled loud enough, within that 50, I think there is enough room that you could do such a thing and catch all 3 targets. Would then, in this hypothetical situation, I need to make Constitution saving throws for those 3 individuals?
Yes, with a 13.
Oh, okay. Okay, well then let's just do this then.
Not to call attention to something that's probably gonna potentially get me killed. But are Tangaroa and I not down on the other side of the big guy? Between them? No? Okay.
You were both off to the side.
Okay.
Where these guys are positioned at, in my mind, you are down, like, kind of behind and one of you to the side. But Satael came up to the other side, so putting them on this side.
I had to check.
All right. Are you ready for these amazing rolls? Save the Constitution.
Okay.
With a +1 in the Constitution, we have an 8. We have a 6 and a 5.
Those are some great numbers.
Those are some fucking great. Those are some rookie numbers. We need to pump those numbers up.
Well, I can pump it up with 2d8.
Stop stealing my thing. I do that, Ken. That's my thing. You quit it. Wow.
Technically, it's Matthew McConaughey's thing.
Yes.
So.
Shush your face.
All right. Survey says 10 damage.
Did you just make a shower of blood? That's what happened here.
Okay. Fine.
And the corpses go flying 10 feet.
No. They do go flying 10 feet. But they are not corpses.
Oh, that's a shame.
They are nearly corpses. as they are shoved away from you. Do you just literally like let out an operatic note in a baritone?
Oh no, it's a high note.
Oh, he hit the
Yay.
falsetto.
Yes.
Double F above the line. Somewhere glass is shattering. Yeah,
I mean,
they
that's what I do at choir, so I totally can understand.
they just tumble behind. Just they land down at your feet, Sateo. They are not dead though. All right, back up to Zastari. Saving throw.
I don't wanna.
That's fair.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me try that again.
Roll if you want to live.
It's a failure.
What'd you roll?
7.
One fail. Tangaroa.
I'm prone on the ground.
Half your movement to stand up.
Okay, that's fine. Starry is like right next to me, right? So while I'm still on the ground, I'm gonna reach my hand over. Oh, I'm gonna cast Lay on Hands.
Okay, that's your action.
I broke Steve.
Is that my whole action? I can't like yeet my spear from the ground.
Can't draw upon the divine energies as a bonus action to cast Lay on Hands.
Lay on fins.
Lay on finger. What if we just laid on pinky? Lay on pinky. Is that a bonus action?
Like to healing boot the person.
As an action, it takes you to concentrate and call upon the divine spirit to do this. So it would be your action if you do such a thing.
I guess I'm a good person. Okay, fine. I'll give you 5 hit points back.
5 HP back. Wipe off any of your deaths, failures, or saves. You're back at ground zero. All right.
To know that I pulled you twice out of unconsciousness.
Not that anybody's counting.
I just want to say I'm a good person. All right.
You feel like you're atoning for something.
Maybe like
Like
I don't
this
know,
is the
maybe
whole this is the whole
be a
reason
little
that Molly's playing Tangaroa is she's atoning for something.
is the nicest person you'll ever meet. I am a non-subtle bit.
Miss a 21.
Shield.
And a miss as well. Higher, but still a miss. The two guys behind you don't stand a chance in fucking hell. All right, both of those guys miss. Mellow. This
What'd
one
I
takes
do?
half of his movement to get up, and then walks over to you, lifting his scimitar up, kind of haphazard, just swinging. 19 to hit you.
Yeah, that goes right through me.
Like butter. 4 points of damage.
Oof. All right.
After the banditos is Saiteo.
You mean not a burrito? Going to attack the dude face with the multiple swords.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably not going to hit though. That is an 8.
No, that is not going to hit, my friend.
Yeah. Do I have anything I can do as a bonus action? Don't believe. I mean, technically my free hand is empty.
Flip them off.
Bat.
Are you literally about to punch this dude?
Yeah.
I encourage violence. Go for it. I've been watching Ezra.
Basically, yeah.
Breaks his hand.
Let you roll.
A natural 20 for 2 damage.
Plus your strength modifier.
0.
2 damage.
2 damage.
Ezra's
As
just
you
happy that punch
slap
went
him
through.
across the as you slap him across the face, there's a silence in this roadway, in this open area, and all you hear is, and then he just goes, "Oh, you a bitch then."
You've annoyed me.
Oh, so you're a bitch then. All right.
You're about to be somebody's bitch if you keep this going.
Is that your turn,
Yeah.
Ezra?
Oh, we're gonna punch the big guy.
Have I inspired you into punching violence?
Oh yeah. 16.
He is going to parry your attack,
You're gonna
making his
parry
armor
my
class
fist?
a 17. Yep. Making his armor class a 17. As you go to swing, he brings the flat of the blade up, pink, and your fist just connects with it.
Oh, I know what he is now. I know what
17?
that ability is.
That'll hit.
You better catch these fists.
I'm about to
Please.
catch these hands.
The best thing I've heard for that is
How much?
these.
6.
Best thing I've heard for that is doesn't matter who you are, you're gonna get punched because these hands are rated E for everyone.
I'm trying to remember how many. Oh, wait.
Hmm.
I have another key point. Can I try punching him again?
You most certainly can.
24.
Yeah.
That little grin of I'm about to fuck up somebody's day.
8.
All right. Describe how you finish off this captain.
Oh, Ezra's going in with his claws.
Yes.
And he's going right for the throat.
Ah.
Are you pulling a Patrick Swayze a la Roadhouse where you just pull the whole thing out? There's a
Just like went to punch last second, claws out, right in his throat.
bird hand. There's a brief kind of a burble and gurgle sound as he then like kind of like clutches at your. Are you wearing a gi or are you wearing like just clothes?
Clothes. He's wearing like a high collared, almost like a crop top, basically sleeveless.
All right, I'm into it. He kind of like tries to.
Sorry,
Tries to grab your shirt and just kind of like doesn't get a perch on it, and he just slides to the ground, hits his knees, and then just falls over into the dirt. There are still 2 bandits left, though. Zora?
She's gonna take a moment to be like, "What the hell just happened?"
Oh, straight up
And-
murdered a dude.
That dude murdered the other dude, and I guess I'm contributing to this somehow. 17 to hit one of the
Oh, yeah.
banditos.
Yep, that hits him.
And Eldritch Blasto.
Mm-hmm.
That does for 6 points of damage.
They've got 1 HP left.
Why am I imagining like this? Because Bandito, this Eldritch Blast is the form of a burrito.
So the Eldritch Blast flings through the air, hits him right center in the chest. He's lifted off of his feet for a second and just falls into the dirt. No longer amongst the living.
Hurry!
Don't be sorry. Keep it up.
All right. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Mellow. There's still one that is like right in front of you right now.
I'm going to take a deep breath. Conjure some fire in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And do a ribbon dance with it. Try and slash the flame at him.
You know what? I'm proud of you. I know it's a little late in life, but it's never too late to reveal
Mm-hmm.
the truth. Whatever makes you happy, Steve.
21.
That'll hit him.
For 2 damage.
Like I said, that's all you need. He only had 1 point left.
Oh, that was him. Okay, good.
Well, I mean,
good.
all 3 of them, their HP is 11. You did 10 points of
yes.
damage. There's one guy left, and he looks around, and he is trembling. The story.
He's trembling.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I was just following orders.
Half my movement to get up.
Mm-hmm.
How close is he?
Oh, he was right where the bad guy was, so like 10 feet from you, if that.
Okay. I'm going to drop
It
the
weren't
longsword.
personal. God.
I'm going to pull out a pair of daggers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to very slowly approach this man.
Mm-hmm.
And take one long look at him and then just very quietly say, then maybe you should have found better work. Then I'm going to attack with both my daggers.
Okay. All right. Both of them.
Both of them.
Both
One
of
of them is a 24 to hit, and the other one is a 15.
Both hit.
Okay.
You won't need both?
I probably won't, but we're going to do it anyway.
Are you rolling your sneak attack damage since he's kind of engaged with Setail?
Yeah.
This seems a bit excessive.
She's just mad.
So that's
Not for her.
4 plus 4 is 8, plus 2 is 10, plus 1 is 11.
Are we talking surgery or butchery?
Oh no, she's very, very subtle about it. Both knives just up into his chest, very slowly,
Mm-hmm.
and then just watches
Is he just
as the
pleading
lights
with
go
you?
out.
He's like grabbing the front of your shirt, just no, please, please. And he just kind of, he's like falls with his head against your shoulder.
And then she just removes the knives, wipes them off on his shirt, stands up, fixes her clothing, like literally just kind of tosses it all into place, sheathes the knives, and goes to pick up her sword.
As one does on a day out on the road.
Zora is having her doubts about the correct side.
The halfling is holding a shovel in her hand. It's not so much a shovel as it is like an extended trowel. She's got like a little bit of a handle on it. But she looks around, she goes, well, I'd certainly thank you for saving me. If you'd not come along, I'm not sure that I'd be alive right now, so thank you.
I know what you're thinking. You can bury them now. It's all right.
She looks at the trowel, looks at... Oh, heavens no. She puts it away, slides it back on the pack. Like, shoulders are packed.
Want my money back, including the big guy.
Sancho
yeah.
Flip the sword forward as the song ends from the blade stops ringing, and he'll just sheath the scimitar.
Is it just We Are the Champions, just over and on loop?
Maybe.
Popcorn.
Eye of the Tiger.
There also might be Final Countdown in there somewhere.
Yacky Stacks.
It's just a playlist, but on the blade. It's fine.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
That's when he's chasing somebody.
Just sword out. That could go.
It's actually Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
That's when he's sneaking up on somebody.
It just holds the blade up by their ear. It's fine.
You can hear the ocean.
More gold on him besides the 4, or did I just find 4?
Oh no. There's a total of about 12 gold altogether.
All right, cool. We'll
There's
take
also
that.
some jewelry and some uncut gems,
What kind of uncut gems?
like garnet, something like that.
Hmm.
Uncut
No, I
is
don't want the jewelry.
probably about 25. No, that's about 50 gold pieces.
I just
Okay.
want them because they're pretty.
Mhm.
They're 50 gold apiece.
25?
I think you said 50
No.
in total.
50
Yeah,
total.
there's 15 total, so there's two of them at 25 gold each.
Okay.
Okay.
I was gonna say.
They each have a scimitar, a light crossbow.
Maybe I'll take them.
Sure, you can always sell them. The halfling is taking a good look at you guys and kind of like rocks back on her heels for a moment. It might be that I was fool's errand to run off on my own. Considering everything that's happened there today, would you be interested in a contract where you protect me as I move along?
That's part why we're here, actually.
Oh, well, that's fortuitous.
Yeah, we had also discussed amongst ourselves that we would also like to see the Acumen Moors. Well, I think they might just be coming along with my massive amount of interest in it, just because I got really excited when we were talking about it. But yeah, we're heading that way ourselves.
Well, I'd be glad to have all of you. I have a bit of income from, the grants and things that have been given to me. I can send messages back and make sure that I've got enough to cover the expenditures for 6 of you. And as long as you agree, and we'll write up a formal contract.
That sounds good. What scholastic institution are you from, by chance?
Actually, it's part of a church.
Well, which one?
And she kind of mumbles something. She doesn't seem to be like ready to give you all of that information. But I can promise you the money's good.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
you said you had some interest. Are you a scholar yourself?
I am actually, yes. I am a scrivener from Jopus Landing.
Oh, well, you'll be happy to know we'll be returning to Jopus Landing. As we leave out of Port Alpal, I'll need to charter a boat. So there's that. But the sun's getting out of our way, so we might want to move along. I'd hate to see what's coming up behind us for these things.
Very true. We might be able to save some cost on boat, I believe. Tengro, you said you actually own one?
Yes. It's docked at Port Awapal.
That's starting to become almost eerily coincidental.
That's kind of what we thought too, all things considered.
Let's either move these bodies out of the way or move our own away from them. I don't want to know what's going to come for them in the middle of the night.
Don't want to attract any bears. There's bears everywhere, man.
Bears will be the least of your worries.
Is he all right?
We
haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah.
Right.
The canoe again.
But
You seem to be awfully quiet there. Looking at Zora, she says.
I wasn't originally with these guys. I was heading that way and saw you guys and figured you could use some help.
And thank you very kindly for that.
No problem.
What's your name?
Zora Blackdale.
Blackdale. Okay. Well, Zora, I am Satil. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Just kind of nods.
Are you heading anywhere in particular or just wandering?
Just, looking for something. Not sure what. I'm sure I'll probably find it at some point. That direction seemed as good as any, and yeah.
It's like you took a map and just kind of spun. It's like wherever it landed.
This road is
Whichever
going
way.
this way. This sounds fantastic.
Well, I ask because, well, we've seen what happens when one person's traveling on this road on their own. Would you like to join us at least until we reach the port?
Going the other way, but sure. Port sounds great.
All right.
All right, then.
Well, then it's settled. At least mostly settled.
Yeah.
The lot of you will escort me to Acumen Moors. We'll make sure when we get to Port Awapal to drop papers, proper contract, and you'll be good and hired.
Certainly.
And with that, she shoulders her pack up on it a little bit more and starts to make her way in the direction of Port Awapal. She travels not all the way into the night, but eventually she's like, okay, it's dark enough that she stops and she feels comfortable far enough away from whatever just happened there that she sets up camp.
Okay.
Any preparations, anything in particular that you would like to do before break camp or set camp? Not break camp, set camp.
Well, Satya will. At first, he'll take an hour to use his arcane recovery to get back one of his first level spell slots.
Are you taking a
not
long
why-
rest?
Well, this is just in case something pounces us during the night and the long rest isn't finished.
Got you.
So I have one first level spell slot left.
Now.
Now,
you do.
yes. He will also take 10 minutes to draw up the alarm ward around their camp and charge it with the arcane energies necessary to wake him up if something crosses it that isn't the 6 in our party and Hannah.
Okay.
And yeah. Then he will spend the remainder of the night looking through that notebook that Zastari gave him, just to see what it was about, what things he could learn from it, that kind of stuff.
All right. Anybody else? Ezra? Tangaroa?
I think everyone deserves some rest, maybe, but that's all Ezra wants to do at this point.
As much of a protector as he is, he took a lot of damage, so he's just gonna rest.
All right.
I will say that of Zastari and Tangaroa, which one of them looks the worst off?
It both went down and then both got 5 health back.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking worse.
Yeah, honestly,
But you
no.
always look worse.
Ooh.
So
That was hurtful.
Mm.
That was unnecessarily rude.
You know what? You just lost Little Spoon rights.
yeah, well,
Although I gotta admit, Mello would probably be the best heater in the winter.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Everyone just kind of huddles around Mello.
He's just in the center of the tent.
He
Everybody's
will-
in the same
performance
tent.
spot.
Because he's full
so
of hot air.
I just rolled even odds, and Tangaroa was evens. So Satya will go up to Tangaroa and said, "Well, you did all right." He'll pat Tangaroa on the shoulder, and a faint bit of light will emit from his palm,
Mm-hmm.
and Tangaroa will get 2 HP back.
All right. Okay. Watches. Who's setting watch? How many and who?
Ezra will do one of them. Doesn't matter which.
Satya will not, but Melandra, his owl, which I realize is very, very good thing that he sort of subconsciously realized the name of his celestial by naming his owl the guard. Okay, the owl will remain up for all watches.
Okay.
So I'll be rolling the owl for all watches, basically.
Zora will volunteer for one. Whichever one, just no one won.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't doing shit.
You're sleeping.
Hmm.
So 2 watches, the Al and Zora, and
Well,
basically
Zastari will take one.
so Zastari, Ezra, and Zora. Perfect. Okay, then starting off with.
And by one, I
let's-
mean she will take the last one.
Okay, then
Ezra
starting
will take
off
the first one.
with Ezra.
Yep.
Perception check, please. I dropped my 220.
17.
16 for the owl.
Okay. I dropped my die.
Because I love keen hearing and sight.
Other than some small noises on the fields and around, nothing happens. Your time passes without issue. You awaken Zora.
Preferably by not leaning over her, because I feel like that would be terrifying to wake up to.
Hi.
She's like 4'11". She's like,
Yeah, Ezra's 6'8".
And also terrifying. Please don't forget that.
All right. Perception.
Can Ezra take other forms?
He's got polymorph for an hour.
Yeah.
3?
Doesn't-
Are you Gillet?
21.
She's too busy like mentally trying to catalog the day, and
Mm,
it's like, so there's this really tall guy, and this other really tall guy,
The
and then
fish.
some guys got
You
killed.
think?
One of them's a fish, I think.
Owl lands on her head.
There's
there is a large figure that seems to lumber through the grass, well away from the camp. You watch as it's not. I mean, it's tall, not quite as tall as a human, but it's larger. Looking, you can see large horns that kind of cross over the forehead and out. The body is shaggy fur or hair that's coarse all over it. Looking, you can see a couple more of these things moving. They're just kind of loping through until they come to a stop, and then there's just kind of a low, deep, rumbling, mewling sound. Just kind of this.
Do they appear to be like looking at them making that noise?
Well, the owl is the only thing that can see this.
Huh.
So, but it doesn't seem to be facing or coming towards the party. So the owl doesn't raise an alarm.
Okay.
Eventually, they just kind of snuffle and move off.
Okay. She unhats the owl and kind of pats it and goes over and wakes up.
All right, Zastari.
Offended hooting.
Okay. Zastari.
Offended hooting.
Zastari will wake up and
Hoot.
wait for Zora to head to bed. And then
Rifle through all of her belongings. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
She would expect it, honestly. There's nothing
Sleeping
interesting.
on top of it. Joke's on you.
Bear hugging it.
She sleeps curled up around it.
I never get it.
It's like blanket cocooned around her whole body. You can't even see her head.
She actually sleeps inside of her own backpack. Like the
She
head
folds
poking out.
herself up.
yeah.
She just folds herself in half and
That's why
then
she's so
climbs,
small.
rolls inside of it.
travel size.
This
we go.
becomes a thing.
We're gonna have the Oni walking around with a backpack, and it's just gonna be surprise.
She's just gonna Yoda around on the Oni's back.
Testing spell, I am.
It's a turret.
No.
Not in the baby Bjorn though. Just
Zastari just starts, because she only needs to sleep, or she only needs to meditate for 4 hours. and then she can kind of do whatever for the other 4 hours for a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
So she does it. She spends her watch while keeping an eye out of what's going on, doing Tai Chi, right smack dab in the middle of camp.
Just dancing around them.
Dance around the fire. Dance around the fire.
No, it's just very slow. Just very. She stretches out
Fillet.
all the muscles, and that is a 13 on perception.
All right.
12.
Fillet on hands. Oh my god. There is a few field mice that skitter through the camp, but like quickly, but leave you alone.
And then she does. She just keeps going with the Tai Chi until dawn
Everybody's
arrives.
awake.
And then she starts waking people up.
All right.
She has a
You
feeling
awaken.
that Mello is going to be the hardest to wake up, so she kicks his foot first, which will startle him awake, but she knows he's going to roll over and go back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes around waking everybody else up, and then comes back to Mello and kicks his foot again, and then stands there, just repeatedly tapping his foot until he wakes up.
Just
That insistent tapping of her foot against the sole of his feet until he wakes up.
He'll wake up going, "Don't rock the boat."
Mello, you're on solid ground. We're not on any water. And if we were, I'd probably get a bucket of you and splash it on you, because that seems to be a more effective way to wake you up.
just splashing.
We
in the
would
water.
both drown.
Would we? Would we?
All right.
Depends on how
Well,
far he can drag you.
the day, unlike yesterday, is gray and has the portents of rain set in the clouds. As you set off again on your way to Port Awapal.
Saltil make sure all of his books are wrapped up.
Okay. We
Rain.
are going to take a short break. We're going to be back at the top of the hour as we go refill our drinks, go potty, and do everything else like that. We'll be back. Please stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We will be back. We thank you all for tuning in. And yeah, see you in about 10 minutes.
When you're with me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? When you're with me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? When you're with me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? When you're with me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? When you're with me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? When you're with me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? When I'm with you, baby, don't you see I'm shining? When I'm with you, baby, don't you see I'm shining? I'd never say goodbye or ever leave this stuff behind. When it's good, it's amazing. When it's bad, it's uneasy. I wouldn't have it another way. There's no other way. Yeah. When it hurts like this, have a light, don't beat it, have a light, have a light, have a light, have a light, don't beat it, have a light, don't die. When it hurts like this, have a light, 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 don't die. When it hurts like this.
Take what you want from me. I'll give you everything. All that and more you'll see. Just stay right here with me. Love is not fiction, but this time the story's about a king.
Welcome back. That was a good break. It's good to step out of the studio for a second to come back because, well, it's great for happening. Like you can't hear anything outside this room. Break is necessary. Now I have a nice tall glass of water with a metal straw. right. Stay tuned in the upcoming weeks because we will.
Cap, you're lagging.
Yeah, we've got some lag issues on you. And now you're maybe
No, I'm
frozen.
just sitting really still.
Okay. It did take a split second to catch up,
It
but
looks like you were frozen, so I was like, all right then.
I'm getting some voice lag on my end, though, at least.
Yeah, so was I.
Okay. How is it doing now?
Better.
Mm-hmm.
So far.
Better. Need to get a repeat back here or a signal boost so that I can put it back here. Increase my network range. The other alternative is to turn on my Wi-Fi feed or my hotspot and run off of that. And who really wants to do that? All right, so we're going to carry on and we'll just make do as we can. The day looks cloudy and gray, and for the first time, you kind of remember, midway through the day, rain starts to fall. It's soft rain, and it just kind of dampens everything. And make your way towards Port Paul. You can see that the road seems to wind down now as opposed to up and down. It seems to be in a gradual down toward the coastline. Here and there, again, the grass starts to become more dry, of course, wetted by the rain. Trees are still very sparse. It looks a lot like southern France. Shoo! A lot like southern France, where there's a lot less trees, more field and grass and things like that. As you're moving along, Hannah is in very good spirits. Satael, as she falls in beside you, she rambles on and on about, the Hannock Waste and the battles that raged there and how it absolutely destroyed the land. And it seemed like magic is all sorts of weird through there from what she understands. She herself is not a spellcaster, so she doesn't know. She asks you about the song that your sword was playing. And she just question, rapid fire. And you guys have a long, lengthy conversation. To the rest of you, it's a moment of respite, I guess, from the onslaught of Satael. You would have never thought to find somebody that could keep him in this rapid fire question does so well in check. As you move along throughout the day, who is leading and taking point?
I will.
Any protestation to that at all? If not, I'm going to let it stand.
Ezra's behind him, walking beside him, but he's letting Mello lead for the most part. He's there to help if it's needed.
It's a straightforward road, so...
You know where you're going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That way. Eventually, you get to a road sign. There's a post in the road that has where the road diverges. One side of the sign points ahead, saying Port Alpal. The other side points to kind of the northwest, and it says Hannock Waste on there. And underneath Hannock Waste is the word, or is a city name, I suppose is what it is. But it says Barabal. Barabal. Barabal.
Don't mess this up, Mello. This is the easiest decision of your life.
Which way are you going, Mello?
Water word. It's
Okay.
a port, man. Come on.
So, continuing down the path then, not taking the bait.
No.
Let's see what Steve was going to do with it. I don't know. I'm happy that you chose to go to Port Alapal and not Hannock Waste. The road winds down around in front of you, and you can see now, and you smell it. It's a faint smell that you're familiar with. The smell of salt in the air. The ocean is getting closer than you can remember. You break for the night as you can't quite. You can start to see the coast, but you know it's still going to be for you. You break for the night. Who's
Ezra
I'll
will
take
take
her.
for second. Ezra will take second.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Mello's got first.
Yeah.
Natural board leader.
Satya's going to do his usual, set the alarm, go to sleep, let the owl watch for him.
And Zoro will volunteer again because that went so well last time.
So, Mello, first watch perception check, please.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's an 8.
14.
Okay.
I love advantage on perception with this damn owl. So useful.
There is
the first one was a 2.
Yeah. There is a sound overhead.
Mm-hmm.
Mello, you can't help but notice it. Like, even though you're looking around, there's kind of low sonorous note that ends on an up trill. So this like, and you hear the, and there are responses again. Look in the air, you see figures, dark shapes against a dark sky. There are about 4 or 5 all. They don't seem to be approaching your flame or anything else like that. Circle and then start to take, like they blow, and then you watch as they pull up at the last, like they've kind of gained a little bit of altitude. So as you watch them dip low in the sky, it's almost like watching a manta ray. It's all wingspan and a long tail that and then takes off again. And you see all of them do this. They'll tuck their wings in and dive down and then spread them out and then just kind of glide on an upward coast. About, like I said, 6 of them in all. The biggest one, you're not really sure how high they were in the sky, but if your guesstimate is right, the biggest one has a wingspan of about 80 feet.
Yeah.
The smaller one, probably 20 feet. And you catch where the sound that as they dive, the wind around them just kind of gathers around and you hear as they take off again into the air. They don't approach the party. They don't seem to get anywhere near you. They don't seem to land. They just seem to head north, back towards the desert. And the rest of your night passes without any issue. Other than the wondering of what the hell were those things? All right. Who's up next? All right, Ezra.
16.
An owl perched on Ezra's horn.
It's small. It's fine.
15.
It is a little pygmy desert owl, isn't it?
Yep. Little tiny thing.
All right, you had a 16,
Yes.
Ezra? Okay.
Mhm.
You hear the sound of galloping hooves and wagon wheels. You see a light bouncing around quickly. Luckily, you're all off the road as a wagon with a team of 4 horses on the front of it are just riding with abandon. Don't know where they're going, but they are taking the road that you guys came on in the opposite direction, like heading away from the port.
Okay.
They don't even make a stop to look or notice you all as they just gallop by. I would like for everybody who isn't awake, give me a Constitution saving throw.
No.
Sarah, that face. What'd you get?
21.
All right, you remain asleep.
I got a
Molly?
dirty 20.
10?
What?
10?
10? You're fine. You stay asleep. Dirty 20, you're asleep. Mello,
17.
you're asleep.
18.
Sorry, you're good. You all like Tangaroa something disturbs you in the sleep, some ways that you're unfamiliar with, but you pass it off as a dream and immediately turn back over and go back to sleep.
Night.
All right. But the rest of your night passes with you were second, so that leaves us with one more.
Sora.
Zora.
See if the duck can redeem itself.
Same.
That'd
Remember,
be a no.
is it
That'll
a
be a
3?
4.
A 4. It's 1 more point than what you had.
We're improving.
Owl got a dirty 20.
The owl sees them. 4 humanoid shapes. They are not skulking through the grass. They seem to be moving with a purpose. They're going to bisect your camp by a little bit, but they seem to notice the fire that's still there and go around the outside edge to the north. You see his points to the sky. You can't hear them talking. One of them point to the sky, and then he makes this motion, and you watch as all of them just start taking off towards that same place that you watched those. Well, you don't know because you weren't there, but
The bird does.
the bird does. The bird knows that they are going in the same direction that those large things went.
Or is just
Night.
rambling at the bird.
Your night passes without any other issue, and eventually dawn breaks. The skies are once again gray with the sun dappling here and there through the skies. You can see that as you start to make your way, the city starts to come into view far enough away that you can make out small parts of it. More importantly, you can see the ocean expanse far in front of you as far as your eye can see. You make your way down into the city. The better part of the day is past as you make your way to the gate. The gates themselves are thrown open, and there doesn't seem to be any wonder of threat or danger. The guards are there in place, but they seem to be. They kind of give you a look, nod their head at you, and let you through. The city of Port Alpal is a sprawling place. The port is a stopping point for center and saint alike. So your options of getting whatever it is you want might be possible as long as you know the right people and say the right thing and don't piss off the wrong person. It is a marketplace, and it is everywhere you would want to see. Tangaroa, this is the first place you saw when you came on land, and while it's still a bustling metropolis of activity, something about the place seems different. And I would like for you to give me a sanity roll, please.
Okay.
8. You all watch as Tangaroa looks around, locked in place, going, "This isn't right. This doesn't seem... Something's wrong. It's not right. This isn't right. It's all wrong."
Ezra
like-
will pause and put his hand on his shoulder.
Roll a d4 for me, please, Molly.
Okay.
For the next 2 minutes, Ezra, you spend trying to talk him off this ledge. And eventually he starts to kind of come around and look at you, and sanity roll, please.
A sanity roll for me?
No.
Oh. I was like, sorry, you cut out, so I was like, all I heard was sanity roll, and I was like,
Tanga, sanity roll. Yes, Mello.
I got a 4.
Because this is also your, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been here, but I have to do one? This isn't where I started, though.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
How did you do this time, Tanga?
Oh, I'm sorry.
An 8 again?
At a 9.
9. Oh, okay. Roll D for me again, both of you. Steve. 1. Tangaroa looks at you for a moment of clarity, Ezra, and then starts shaking his head again. And at this, you all hear Mello going, "No, no, what's wrong?"
There's something weird here.
Something's weird, man.
Satiel will just look at Ezra and is like, this is kind of what I was talking about, unfortunately.
You spend the next 4 minutes, Mello, contemplating the differences between two parallel realities that both exist at the same time in different space and at the same time. You sound like an absolute crazy man.
Do I understand him, though?
I mean, he's rambling, but yeah,
Barely.
most of it.
Barely
Some of it.
normally. I mean,
Well, I mean, he rambles all the time, though.
At the end of 1 minute, Molly, you said you had 1 minute. Is that right?
3.
3. Oh, okay. At the end of 3 minutes, you're still locked in place. At this point in time, you've coached them into walking forward just a little bit. It's like shuffling, shambling walks. Go ahead and give me another sanity roll at the end of your 3 minutes. Steve, at the end of 4.
Okay. 17?
Zora's just kind of
17. It still doesn't feel right. There's like a memory that's trying to clash with the memory that you have, memories that you're making. So it's this kind of jarring deja vu, makes your spine crawl, but you're able to reconcile it for a moment and move throughout the city. Enough to remember where your boat docked. These had to do.
Zora's just kind of watching all this, like,
13.
okay.
Yeah, you're kind of out of the woods now, part Mellow. One, just because you're kind of better adept at like resolving the crazy shit, anyways. You finally kind of nod your head and you go, "No, it's okay." You know what, Sarah? Actually, I did forget to do that for you. Please roll 4d6 ones.
A 6, a 5, a 5, and a 2.
So
16.
In a separate place, since there is no ability score tally for this, I would like for you to keep this as your sanity ability modifier.
Will do.
Yeah, I don't know about anybody else. I just have mine on the top of my other notes in D&D Beyond.
Where
I just wrote it in my journal.
Yeah, mine's
Hmm.
mine's down at the bottom of my others note because I also in my others I keep track of what spells I kind of want to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Just so
Mine's
I can
on my dice
so when we
board.
hit that level, I can just go. I want these.
Yes.
roll itself again for a moment, and you kind of get over the something is not right. That something doesn't sit right with your brain.
Suddenly, I'm dreading going back home.
It's all right. We'll get you some fried pickles. You'll be right as rain.
Fried
I
pickles?
don't like pickles.
What are
You
fried
will.
pickles?
What the hell are those?
They sound fantastic.
I don't know what fried or pickles is.
Do you know what pickles are?
Oh, I don't know what either of those words mean.
Sea pickles. Those are
So
a thing.
imagine a cucumber.
What's a cucumber?
Actually,
Let's talk and walk.
I feel like Tango would know what a pickle is because it's easier to preserve and it's actually really good to take on voyages like being on the sea. Because it keeps really well because it's all brined.
You are correct. However, that would require them to have the cucumbers for the pickling.
It required that, and it would go against a belief that Tonga has, which is they do not actually bring any food out to the sea. They can only eat what they fish out of the water.
So sea cucumbers, but drier,
Are they though?
and then soaked in
Oh.
very salty brine to make them less dry. You following me so far?
No, but go on.
Okay, can I interrupt real quick, Steve? I'm never eating any homemade pickles you make.
There's a huge difference between a cucumber and a sea cucumber. Those motherfuckers are scary.
Oh yeah,
Huge.
they're terrifying.
Okay, you are now in
Don't
Port
wanna touch them.
Alpal. Oh my god. Okay, off topic
It's
completely.
disgusting to Tonga. It sounds awful. Interesting.
All right.
Sit down.
Other than to find Tonga's boat, where are you going from here? What are you doing? What would you like to do? It's a city where a lot of things can be gotten.
Ezra's curious to look around the docks to see if there's a boat he recognizes here.
Sure. You can easily make your way to the dock. Is anybody going with?
I'm gonna go to the dock. I'm gonna go park my boat.
Well-
Zora will come 'cause she's never, probably never seen the ocean.
Okay.
I think Satya will probably go with Hannah
Okay. Hannah is going to a tavern.
to the paperwork stuff.
Oh, that's right. She is not. She is going to the.
I mean, I'm going to a tavern. I don't know about you all.
She's going to find a magister.
Zastari is going to find a blacksmith.
Easy enough to do. All right. So, starting with Zastari, you find a blacksmith. Easy enough to do.
Okay. I'm gonna set the longsword down on the table.
Mhm.
I want this repurposed. But it's
You can't have
magical.
arches in eyebrow. Hmm.
So I want it to still have the same properties. But I don't want it to be a longsword.
You're asking me to take a sword that is magic and to break it.
I'm asking you to reshape a magical sword, and I'm asking you if it's something you can do.
No.
Do you know
No, I
who would
can't.
be able to?
Probably a wizard, a mage, or some sort of
I know a wizard.
magical person who can enchant things. But you would also probably need the sword that you want to move the properties to.
That I have. Thank you. You've been most helpful. And
Okay.
she's gonna take like a quick look around, but nothing's really gonna grab her interest because it was more of a case of I want this sword, but I want it as a rapier and not a longsword.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But
So
if it's a
you
case of switching the properties to a different weapon, then she knows a wizard. She's gonna go
she
talk to
does
him.
know she does know a wizard. All right. Then what went to the magister's office, which, if I'm not mistaken, I'll tell you. Okay. They draw a contract. Is binding with a 10-day release. So basically, if you give warning 10 days, the contract release, you're not upheld anything. You are allowed to keep, the party is allowed to keep 40% of any treasure found, with Hannah keeping 60%. She is fronting a stipend of 8 gold pieces per day. That would give you all, that should give you all a comfortable lifestyle, like at a tavern, things like that. She says that she will be fronting the cost for mundane traveling expenses, including rations, tents, those sorts of things. Any magical items that are purchased must be done so at the purchaser's own cost. She signs off on it. All knowledge gained can be shared, as knowledge is a free thing. However, she gets first rights to any items so that she may examine them for history and posterity's sake. I can't say the word. So basically, preservation of artifacts and things like that for what they do, their properties and what have you. And she signs her name and turns the paper to you.
I'll say before she signed, Satiel would
Okay.
mention on that last one, was like, well, I was sent out into the world on a similar mission to what you're saying you want to do here. So instead of first rights to you, we, you and I can discuss, like you, because I do need to record things. And
which is why I'm letting you do so. Okay. I just get to make notes first. It is my money. It's my dime that's paying for it. All I'd like to do is record information prior to you getting your hand to record.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
I just misunderstood originally.
Yeah, no, not like her to keep the artifacts. More like, and when I'm talking artifacts, I'm talking like statuary, bas reliefs, things like that.
Yeah. Okay, so he'll sign.
There are 5 other places for the rest of the party to sign. She pays the magister, and she takes the scroll work with her and says, "Let's go find the rest of your mates. See if we can't get them all to sign off on this."
Sounds good to me.
With that, you leave the magister's office. Tavern, which, if I'm not mistaken, is only Mellow.
Oh.
Mellow. There are several choices.
How do we find Mellow? Listen for the noise.
What sort of place are you looking for? Are we talking dive bar, or do we mean nicer?
The kind of dive bar that I've been to more often than anyone else in my family will let me admit.
So right by the docks, you can find a place. Yeah, I like this one. The name of the place is the Helpful Harlot. It has a rather busty drawing of a tavern wench on the clapboard sign that hangs outside of it, and she seems very buxom.
We
And
have
as
bits.
hey, bits,
Bit, 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 bit.
bits.
I was having to look at the stream chat. Like, what are
Hey,
those?
Adam.
Oh, bits.
It's Adam. Hi, Adam.
Yeah.
Bunzer.
Adam is a player at Lucky Dice Cafe and a friend of ours. He takes care of my kids on occasion. So thank you so much, Adam. We appreciate that. All right. So you, as you enter, the place is starting to fill up with a few individuals. It smells of stale beer, old leather, and just human bodies. Looking around, you see all sorts of shapes and sizes of people, from gnome all the way up to half orc. You may have even seen a Goliath or two, but you're not sure. The whole place seems to be just ribald, raunchy, and seems like the perfect place for you. You can see that, much like a medieval Hooters. Oh, I'm gonna get so much flack for being such a sexist bastard,
no.
but it's there are buxom barmaids all over the place, and it's the theme. You watch as one of the patrons gets a bit fresh and immediately regrets his decision as the wooden cork board that she's using as a serving tray is slammed onto his hand. He yelps in pain, and as he starts to get up to protest, you hear from over in the corner, "I wouldn't touch her if I were you. It might not do you very good." And you can see a human who's standing there. He's got an ugly scar that runs down half of his face. And in his hand is a metal tube. It's about that long. And the end of it opens up in a bell. He says, "The great thing about this is I don't have to be accurate." So, you're going to sit down. You're going to pay for your drinks and your meal. And when you're done, you're going to get the hell out. He looks back and holds his hands up and then sits down at the bar with a soft apology to the young lady, or sits back down at his table with a soft apology to the young lady, and then goes about like eating, and every once in a while turning his head to look over his shoulder to see if the barkeep and the blunderbuss are still sitting there. Looks like your kind of place.
It's always fun to see when people learn faster than they expect.
Your dress, what are you dressed in? Like,
Just adventurer gear with that stupid slick back hair that he keeps combing.
he's a greaser.
Not exactly.
One of the maids walks over to you and she kind of like straights her skirt up a little bit. "Are you hungry?
I am.
Are you thirsty?
Always.
Right this way." And she like guides you back to a single table you can sit. It's one of the smaller ones. "Would you care for a beer?"
Have anything harder?
We've got some rum, perhaps maybe some whiskey.
I'll take some whiskey.
All right, then. Food?
Mm. Any lamb today? Mostly.
No. We might have some stringy goat you can have.
Charred up good for me.
Certainly. She smiles as she walks away with her tray. Yeah, she brings you back. The bottle is on the tray along with a taller shot glass. And she sets. Well, actually, no. Nope. I'm a liar. Tumbler. It's a tumbler glass, so it's about that big around, about that tall. She sets them down for you. Be right back with your goat charred for you. And she walks back. She's gone for a few more minutes and comes back, noticing she sets it down in front of you, and it's the potatoes and the carrots are in a brown roux base. But the goat is nice and charred, and it's in little chunks.
Perfectly crispy.
Of course it is. Like you asked.
Thank you kindly.
Of course. And she makes her way throughout the rest of the table serving as you enjoy your charred, not as stringy as she made it out to be. Goat. Those of you who went to the docks. Tenga, you remember exactly where your boat is docked. Ezra, there are a few of the boats here that kind of look familiar, maybe. But nothing that, like, I know that one. That jumps out in your head. And Zora? It is blue. It is blue.
This is the bluest blue I have ever seen.
Right up at the docks, it's like clear, and you can see, down in there, and you see things scuttling in the water. You see fish swimming that you've never seen before, and again, blue.
She just kind of stands there and watches it for a few minutes. Like, this is really big. We're going on the big blue.
That's a realization.
Yeah. May look big now. It's even bigger than it is.
Okay.
You've never traveled on the ocean?
Nope.
This is going to go swimmingly.
Gee. You'll have fun. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
I feel like
She's
my
like-
next question should be, do you know how to swim? Just in case. No big thing.
Just in case you happen to fall overboard. I mean, I've been in like the pond down by one of the farms, but this is a lot bigger than the pond.
And probably a lot more dangerous.
Okay. There's stuff in there that's gonna eat me, isn't there?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
No, just straight up.
Well, they'll try. I can't promise they won't.
Straight up.
Okay.
I go for the toes first. They're the wiggly bits.
Just takes a couple steps back from where she was standing.
Oh, there shouldn't be anything this close to shore.
In before Kraken.
And before Tentacle just rips Ezra straight out of the
whole
feet.
Grabs
city's
him off
now
the
under
dock.
attack. As Kuatoa make their way on land, followed by an army of Sohagan. Fish people attack. No. You guys make your way to catch up to Tangaroa,
Yes.
who is standing in front of a vessel. Tanga.
I don't think it's nearly as impressive looking as probably the docked on this that are docked here.
No.
Be like an eighth of the size of the smallest cargo
Oh,
ship.
Like tiptoe leans up at Ezra. There's more of her boat or his boat, right?
I'm like just sort of like leaning down a little bit. He's just like, I don't think there is. No.
God, we're gonna die.
If this is his ship, he knows how to captain it, or yes? Yeah, captain it. As long as we follow what he says, we'll be
Over the
fine.
ocean faster than any boat you've ever been on. Honest ride. I guarantee that.
Did you say the best ride?
Honest.
Slaps the roof of the boat.
Well, maybe. It's a boat. Sort of. Imagine two canoes that act as pontoons
Mhm.
with like a structure between them.
A sail. That's about
And a
it.
sail. To those of you who have ever seen Moana, not Moana's vessel, no, but the Wayfinders at the very beginning, they have boats where they kind of like run along the outside of it, and it's kind of a smaller structure. Yep, one of those.
No matter what, Ezra's excited. One, to get back out of the water. Two, this is something he's never been on before. So he's just like,
It's given the size of it, it's large enough that it will hold about 10 people. But yeah, it's definitely a vessel that you would have to know how to pilot.
and Ezra is interested to learn.
Excellent. Zora, you have your trepidations, I'm sure.
She's just kind of like seeing all the other boats, and she's like,
Which are all these full-bodied
They might-
big vessels with multiple sails and and then there's this pontoon.
I have more concerns about this group.
My people are some of the greatest voyagers that have ever crossed the ocean.
At the start of the campaign, Zora's all, "Oh, okay, new guys." At the end of the episode, no, I have made a terrible mistake.
It's writing a letter back home like, so I joined up with a group of people. First day, someone got
help?
murdered. Went to a port. I think it's a boat.
Question mark,
All
question
right.
mark, question mark.
When I return, hopefully. Loves and hugs.
The murder hobos tell me it's a boat.
So
They
does
say
I
it's the
cannot-
fastest boat I've ever been on, and they're right.
To be fair, I haven't been on many boats.
I've
Any.
been on absolutely none boats.
None boats. So this would be the first and fastest boat ever.
Clutching to like the edge
Is
of
this
the
dock, like, is this city kind of like, does it go into like a beach or is it kind of like a breaker?
No, it's the dock itself is set up on wharfs and breakers, but there's actually a beach that you can actually get out onto.
Okay.
Yours is actually not at the probably not docked where the rest of them are. It's probably dry docked up on land and then like
Yeah, cool.
tied down. So you guys are actually standing on like the sand of the beach, and this thing is like pulled up on the beach.
All right. Well, get on. Time to
even
go.
more trepidation.
Get
Not
on,
time to go yet. We're
just
missing.
get
Push it,
on.
We're
water,
missing
like-
people.
No, get out and push.
Get out and push.
You're gonna like push it so that it's like just like about on the water, just where it start to like
Like the back end of
bob
it's
a
kind
little
of
bit.
floating a
Yeah,
little bit.
it's still kind of anchored on the land, just so it's
Sure.
not going anywhere.
Should we wait for the others? I'm
No,
sure
no.
they want to experience this.
Are there any safety vests? I'm gonna need one.
Like
Did
an
I
Eldritch,
sign the waiver?
Eldritch Invocation life vest?
Oh god, I'm all gonna
Go
die.
down and run tight. That's all I can say.
I think Zora is right though. We should probably wait for the others. We should probably go meet up with the others.
I guess that's fair. Sure.
All right. You're gonna be able to find one another. You just cross all over this boat. You're
Are we
still
gonna be able to
looking
find
back,
it?
going boat, right? Boat.
Yeah, we're coming back to the boat. We're coming back.
He's like, I'm so close.
All
He's looking back at the water longingly, just wanting to be out there.
We could come back and find you, or send a message, or run back down here.
That face.
Tonga, we'll
Alright.
come back.
Okay.
Zastari,
Mm-hmm.
are you catching up with your wizard there,
Yeah.
Sateo? Okay. Zastari
Only
is the
wizard
first
I
one.
know.
Yeah. Zastari is the first one you find. When she tells you what she wants to do, sure. It might be a little outside of your scope this time.
Well, something I could do in time. I haven't studied arcane transference of this nature too terribly much. I'd have to read up on it some.
Well, I'm sure that we can procure you some books on the subject matter.
That'd be helpful. Yeah. But first, before you disappear on me, I need you to sign this.
It's the contract that's drawn up. You read over it. Information that I told you earlier.
Speaking of,
Okay.
could you give that to me again so I can write it down? For my notes, so Satiel will remember it word for word.
I will
Whatever
give
it
it to
is.
you offline.
Gotcha.
40% of treasure.
Yes.
40% to potentially risk our lives to escort her to ruins after we had to rescue her from ruffians on the laneway.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
The next 12 minutes is just these two going. Oh, yes.
No, it should be 50-50 at the very least.
It would be 50-50 at the very least if we were sharing the cost of everything else. She is fronting a significant portion of this expedition on her own.
Fronting money? Our lives.
And paying us to do so. Not including the 40% of what we find.
And there's no guarantee we're gonna find anything.
There's no guarantee that anything would happen. There's no guarantee we find anything. There's no guarantee that there'll be anything there. There might not. There's also no guarantee that there's not going to be anything there either. We're being paid for every day.
Just so
She
you
is
know,
fronting a considerable chunk of the cost of this expedition on her own. 40% is reasonable.
on her own, or is her guild fronting the cost?
Her. The guild is covering our expenses for the eight gold a day.
So if the guild is covering our expenses, she's not fronting it. Like, whatever.
She is
Fine,
fronting the cost of the
fine,
remainder of the expedition.
Fine. I'm not gonna argue with you. You're gonna do the thing with the sword, hopefully.
I just need the time, the materials, and the...
The book. Don't worry. I'll get you
Yes.
the book. No problem. Fine. Whatever. And then she takes the writing instrument, signs her name, and it is quite possibly one of the floweriest writing.
She like dots the eyes with hearts.
No, she's not that obnoxious, but like her cursive, like it's all like old cursive, and it's got all like the
Big
curly cues and the
flourish.
flourishes, and
It takes up 3 people's lines versus just her own.
Exactly.
Then she hands it back and she's like, I'm gonna go look for a book then. What inn are we meeting at so I can meet up with you guys later?
That'll be whichever one we find Mello getting kicked out of, probably.
So, best guess, Mellow's down by the docks.
So we can meet there later.
Okay, see you in a bit. That contract's crap, by the way.
Saltiel just smiles.
And then just
All right.
walks off. She's going to look for a bookstore. Or a library in which she's going to apply a very discreet 5-finger discount.
Okay. I'll come back to that in just a moment.
Absolutely.
As you are making your way towards the dock, assuming that's where Mello is, you come across the other 3 party members looking for the rest of you so that they can get underway.
Oh, hello. I need you 3 to sign this. And
It's a contract.
please don't give me lip about it like Zestari did.
We
That
get
doesn't
paid
surprise
even,
me.
We get paid even if we don't find anything?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
Okay.
My name?
And this is why you're a warlock, Zor. Sign something? Okay, sure.
Soul? Yeah, great.
Whatever.
In my name in common?
If you can.
You speak common.
I don't know how to read or write common.
I can write it for you.
But do you know how to write your
How do
name?
you not?
I write in prime. Everything is written in primordial and read in primordial. I'm just fine. I can communicate with you, but I cannot read or write common.
That is interesting.
Why would I need to? Everyone on my island speaks primordial, and that's all we write in.
Fair enough. I assume Aquan?
Primordial.
Yes, but Aquan is
Aquan is like a derelict or a derivative of primordial.
Aquan is a certain dialect of the primordial language that mostly encompasses aquatic beings.
Sounds right.
You're just like, yeah.
As I usually like to equate it, it would be like the root language of primordial is Latin. Aquan would be, Catalan or Italian or Portuguese or something along those lines. So there are similarities enough that you could probably go, oh, okay, yeah. Or you just sign your name in primordial and that'll be who it is. Like, that's definitely Tenga.
We can read every
Yeah, I'll
name
just-
except for Tonga's. If that one has to be Tonga's.
That's it, yeah. I also realized where I got my thing of the primordial is it's specifically the storm sorcerer that automatically knows and understands every dialect of primordial.
Okay. So you sign as in primordial your name. Okay.
Mm.
Zora signs, I assume.
Yep,
And
still getting
then-
paid.
Ezra.
I feel like Ezra has probably the pen, like whatever quill it was, like this in his hand, and he's just like writing his best because his
Like
hands are
full-
too big.
Full on
Like, it's just like-
hand scribbles. There's like a smudge of ink on
This is much too small to write with, and he can't really read it. Just messy.
Are you left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Oh,
Got
okay.
rated.
No, I'm not left-handed.
We got raided.
Did we? What?
Hey! All right, thank you for the raid. I didn't see it come through.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you
it didn't
so
auto scroll
much.
for me.
Awesome. Hey, Callie, thank you so much for the raid. We appreciate it. Awesome. Callie Xenon, who is the founder and primary member of the Xenon Army. You can find us all playing Destiny 2 and other games together if you're interested. Pretty cool group, very super casual. We just like to play games and have fun with people. Anyways, thank you so much, Callie. So Ezra signs the he scribble writes on there.
Yep, he's definitely left-handed, so his hand is definitely full of ink now.
Bless
Now
him. I'm left-handed, so. All right. Now you just need to find Mellow.
We do need to find Mellow.
All right.
And Astari did potentially mention docks, so he's gonna go look
Somewhere
for
along this way.
Yeah, he's gonna go look into the docks.
Well, we can all join and help now.
Yeah, you guys find a couple of places. The one that draws your attention, though, as the harlot. And sure enough, kind of peeking in the back corner, sitting by himself, you do see one Mellow who seems to be enjoying what appears to be cubettes or croquettes of some sort, charred to perfection.
Mhm.
In a what can only be described eloquently as brown sauce. Tanga ends up signing. So while we're gonna kind of go over that, because I'm sure Mello doesn't have any qualms about it.
I mean, he's definitely going to be doing it at a flourish and consider signing in Primordial as well.
Because of course he speaks Primordial.
Just to piss people off.
Of course.
He really?
Mm-hmm.
They're
Picked
gonna
it
have
up at the
such nice
docks.
conversations together.
All right.
Never came up.
So we're gonna go back now, and this will wrap up the night. You're looking around for places that you can find books, a library or something. As you're walking through, you pass by a curious store. The storefront itself is painted in a bright orange that is slightly faded. There are panels of fabric that are tinted out like awning over each one of the two windows on the front of the building. They are, again, an orange and a slightly off-white color, giving it the look of cream almost. The door itself is the same off-white color. As you can look, you see a sign above the door that is painted in that same color scheme. It's almost obnoxious, if a little endearing. You expect to half open the door and smell something like candy. Why are you hiding your face and laughing? Don't give it away. The sign above the door reads Sarnesses, Sundries, and Such.
You son of...
I knew exactly who this was.
The door is closed currently, but it has a sign pleasantly written or open. Please come in.
Well,
Secretly, this man is the creator god that just happens to jump around between universes at a whim, depending on where we happen to be at the time.
No, I told you his shop exists outside of time and space. The door is just a frontal, like a quantum portal to wherever he wants it to be.
Like Howl's Moving Castle?
Howl's Moving Castle, yeah.
All of us go to the same place. Like, yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's going to push the door open.
As you do, you hear a slight diddling of a bell, and moving around the end of the counter, dressed in a robe, belted underneath his little his big pond of a belly. His hair is almost all gone. It's black. He has a big, thick mustache that is curled up perfectly. His face is a little round, moon-shaped, and you can see red at the cheeks underneath the mustache. And as you come around, he says to you,
Mm-hmm.
"Hello, are you? I am Sarnesh Humblehead Sivus."
I'm looking for a book, a particular one, perhaps to transmute.
I apologize. Go. I'm sorry. You cut out.
Yeah, your robot-y on my end. So,
Oh.
I'm looking for a book, one that would specifically deal with the transmutation of magical properties from one item to another.
Hmm.
I'm
Then I
curious.
take it that Your end goal is to move the magical properties of an item from one sort of an item to another sort of an item, maintaining those properties, if not the integrity of the original object.
Yes.
I do not have such a book to teach you these things. However, I myself, your humble hedge mage Sarnes, can do these things for.
Right. And what would that cost me?
A small favor and some gold.
How much gold? And what's the favor?
And with a smile on his face, that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. So next week we will find out what that favor might incur and how much gold that will be. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Huge thanks to Callie for the raid. A huge thanks to Adam and to Nurse Vixen for the bits and for the subscribe. Thank you all so much. Remember, it is September, so all subscriptions are half off. Even if you can't afford a sub, we just appreciate you guys tuning in and hanging out with us and watching us as we be goofy and play and have a good time. Thank you all so much. We'll be back again tomorrow, as far as I know, with Captain Paragon, Jason, DM for the Holocaust of the just the Esper Genesis. Please feel free in for that. We also have no game this Wednesday. Wednesday night showcase is taking a break for a couple weeks, and this is the first week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
But we will be back in 2 weeks with V running Big Eye Smallmouth, which is an awesome game. If you've never played it, my God, it's so much fun. Because who doesn't want to be an anime magical schoolgirl / quiet guy in the background who constantly pushes his glasses up on his face before firing his bow? And then we have Thursday night. Maddie is back to run Curse of Strahd, the module that kind of brought us all together and had me going, oh shit, we could do this on live and it would be fun. And then next Monday we'll be back here. In the meantime, thank you all so much. We really do appreciate you guys tuning in with us. Thank you again to all of our sponsors. And until next time, take care of yourselves. We are going to raid. I remember this time. We're going to raid Perception Studios. These guys are fantastic. So if you guys will hold on tight to your dreams, like Yellow, and we will go over that direction. And
ladies and gentlemen, our raid message is Dire Bear is roaring for initiative. So when you guys hit that,
roaring for initiative.
So when you guys hit that new chat, make sure you put that in chat so that they know that it is us. That the Dire Bear Adventuring Company Enclave is raiding.
Okay, let's see if we got this. Hey, look at that. All right, here we go. Everybody hold on tight. We're going to Perception Studios with their felted friends. They are fantastic. It says that they are currently live. Nope. Guess what? They just went off, I think.
Unfortunate.
That is upsetting, isn't it? It says they're live, but I don't see anything going on with them. Oh, you know what? Hell with it. Here we go!